Hey everybody, welcome back. Sorry, only gonna get one video out today. They just kind of got away from us here. We had a lot of fun. I took the kids to an amusement park, so it was a good time. So we're gonna do the AFC West today. I know we had talked about doing both AFC and NFC today. We'll do the AFC West tomorrow to wrap up our breakdowns. But really, breaking down this division was a lot of fun for me. Just the one playoff team, the Rams at 10-7. Seattle also finished 10-7, but did not get in. And then obviously the Rams played in that wild card round. Arizona was 8-9 and was much improved from 2023 to 2024. Much helped with Marvin Harrison Jr. making a big impact. And then San Francisco took a pretty big step back at 6-11, and we'll kind of go through some of that. Statistically, these teams were kind of all over the board, and so we'll jump into each team here, and we'll talk about some of that. Start with San Francisco. Again, they finished 6-11, finished the basement of this division, and we'll see kind of what happens this year. They had some pretty big losses. Obviously traded Deebo Samuel, which is certainly going to hurt their offense. He's kind of a jack of all trades and can do really anything on a football field, so they're going to miss him certainly. Elijah Mitchell, obviously, also on the offensive side, leaving to Minneapolis. On the defensive side, they lose Dre Greenlaw, and they lose Charvarius Ward, so they lose a linebacker and a corner. Both very good at what they do. Greenlaw went to Denver. Their first two picks went to defensive end, defensive tackle, so they're trying to shore up their defensive line a little bit. I have a ton of questions about San Francisco coming into 2025, and many of them are not going to be answered until we get to the season and get things going here a little bit. Can Christian McCaffrey kind of regain his form that he had in 2023? Obviously, he missed large majority of 2024 with Achilles tendonitis. So is he healthy? Can he stay healthy? We're not really sure. He's kind of always been kind of prone to some injuries outside of that 2023 season, so we'll see what kind of happens there. The secondary felt shaky last year, and from everything that I've seen, I don't see that they improved that a whole lot. So they can be a little shaky on the back end here, and really without Deebo Samuel and with the question marks around Christian McCaffrey, and then there's always been kind of this looming question mark about Purdy and whether or not he can do it without the Avengers, as some of the media has called them, right? All the weapons that he had around him. So we're going to get to see a little bit of that. Kittle's getting older. We'll see what their offense can produce. Seattle, obviously, big changes in Seattle. They got rid of DK Metcalf. They got rid of Tyler Lockett, who's been there for feels like forever. And Geno Smith also left town for the Raiders. But they gained Sam Darnold and they gained Cooper Kupp. Now, Cooper Kupp's getting a little older. Everyone, certainly the Rams, are saying that he's maybe lost a little bit of a step there. So we'll see. And Sam Darnold, again, has tons of question marks. He really hasn't produced much of anything outside of Minnesota, right? And Minnesota, we know, has a great system for quarterbacks there, and they also have a ton of weapons, right? When you start to look at their depth at wide receiver and their depth at tight end, and the weapons that they have all over the place out there, it's no surprise that he put up tons of production there. So can he continue that success again outside of that ecosystem of a really good system and weapons everywhere you look? Interesting fact for those of you who are up here with me in North Dakota, Seattle did draft a offensive guard from North Dakota State, so something to watch if you are interested in North Dakota State Bison football. Moving along here, the Los Angeles Rams, obviously they lose Cooper Kupp. They let him go, and he ultimately signs in Seattle. But they bring in Davante Adams. I think Davante Adams still has the ability to be a very, very explosive wide receiver in this league, and you pair him with a really good quarterback. I believe Matthew Stafford still is a very good quarterback, and they could really do some impressive things here. Can Stafford still be a top 10 guy? I think he can. I think he's still got a couple years of being a top 10 guy in him, and especially if you can give him weapons like Adams and Puka Nacua to continue to let him throw. Now, Puka was hurt a lot last year. Can that get shored up and stay healthy? we'll have to wait and see. But I like the Rams offensively for sure. Arizona, they really were 8-9 last year. Like I said, they were much improved from 2023 to 2024. Interesting facts when you're going through their draft, they had 7 picks total. First 5 all went to defense. Defensive tackle, cornerback, edge, linebacker, cornerback. Then they drafted a guard with their 6th pick and a safety with their 7th. So first 5 of their picks went to defense. 6 of the 7 in all went to defense. So really interesting that they're really trying to put a lot there on defense. They did also add Josh Sweat from the Philadelphia Eagles on defense, and they still have Budda Baker on the back end. So defense coming around. Really what I expect from this team in Arizona is for Murray and Harrison to take another big step, right? You expect Kyler Murray to have a good year and expect Harrison Jr. to have an even better sophomore year than he had rookie year, and he had a pretty good rookie year. Another thing, obviously they have Trey McBride, really good tight end. Expect for him to be another good option for Murray. And then they added Zay Jones, which Zay Jones, when he was with Jacksonville, wasn't necessarily, he was very good. He was good in Jacksonville, but I don't really view him as a number 1 wide receiver, which was kind of the position he was put in out there. But when he's your 3rd option, right, behind Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey McBride, it's really can be a good thing for them. Lastly, I noted here for all of this division is this whole division kind of is going to get the benefit of a favorable schedule, and the reason that is because they're paired. One, they get to play each other here, and none of these teams are really head and shoulders above the rest of them. They're kind of all clumped together at this point, various stages of rebuilds and various stages of defenses that are patched together here. But they get to play each other, but then they also get paired with the AFC and NFC South divisions, right? And so with that, each of these teams is going to play the Titans and the Colts, the Saints, right? And all these teams, Carolina, these teams that are definitely in major stages of rebuilds, right? And not a lot of premier quarterback play coming out of either of those divisions. So they both get the benefit of that. So with that, again, I won't tell you who I think is going to win or lose this division, but I really think that each of these teams has they all have holes in this division, and they all have certain areas that they are good at, and I really think that this division could be a lot of fun to watch from that standpoint. So again, join us tomorrow. We'll wrap up here with the AFC West. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.